How's it, guys? Do you ever just wake up and your hair is barreling? Oh, what a beautiful sunny day.
Like the first time the sun has shone in a week.
Looks like a beautiful day for...
The beach?
Whoa, relax there, lady. For bananas. Today is the first little bit of reprieve from being gripped by the winter blues. I never used to think it was a real thing, only because I had ways of dealing with the winter blues. This year I feel like I really felt it when it came, but you know, because I'm aware of it, I feel like it's made me less susceptible. I'm still waking up, so I'm just remembering what words I know and what words I don't know. But today I think the plan is to go to JP, a friend of mine. You would have met him on the vlogs before, but he started his own little, he's doing like some bespoke furniture. I'm gonna go over there and hopefully we're gonna get our hands a little bit DIY earthy. And how are you this morning, Sav? Cold? Excited? It's only the second last day of work this week because even though it's a Wednesday, you get Friday off.
I do. Well, I get Friday off.
Everyone, the whole country gets Friday off. Jeez, way to make a girl feel special.
What public holiday do we have, Matthew?
We have Youth Day.
Okay, and what is that to commemorate?
Youth Day is to commemorate the Sharpeville Massacre? No. No? Which one is it?
The 1976 Sweater Uprisings.
Isn't that with the students?
Yeah, Sharpeville.
But then wasn't that the
21st of March 1960.
Oh,
that was where people were protesting passbooks.
Yeah.
The carrying of passports. And 21 people were killed.
But so then, and the Sweater Uprisings?
Students were protesting the use of upper cards as a medium for instruction in schools. This was the only medium of instruction, which is obviously very exclusionary because guess what? Afrikaans is the only language in this country. There are 11 or 10
official. Yeah.
They started protesting that, and it was organised by SASCO, which was headed up by at the time Steve Miko, was like really important in the movement. And then they started protesting, and things went south. Police shot into a church and killed Hector Peterson, and it was all really bad, but it basically did work because then Afrikaans was no longer the medium of instruction.
Yeah.
And it marks the first real birth of civil society movement in apartheid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, now I know. If you crash into the back of them, they have to stop. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Oh, that one is so cute.
The one is so cute on the left. How's it, guys? So, I've officially made it to 40,000 subscribers. I know it's not a big 100, it's not a 50k, but still, I was on like 37 for very long. So, the fact that I've gone over 40,000, it's a big milestone for me. And I was thinking, I was chatting with Sav, in the video where I asked you guys to give me your suggestions for what sort of stay-at-home vlogs I could do. There were plenty of people who said Q&A. I think I'm gonna do a 40k Q&A, and that will also just kind of let you guys get to know me a little bit better. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So tomorrow's vlog is gonna be the Q&A. I'll film it tomorrow because I was thinking of maybe putting out a gaming video tomorrow, because that was also another suggestion from people. So if you guys have any questions that you would like answered in a Q&A, feel free to comment them down below. Obviously, not all the questions will be included, so put some good questions in there. I'm gonna take the best questions. So you'll have a little question that'll come up like here. Let me do an example. I'll find a question from someone and I'll put it here, and then this is what it's gonna look like. Maybe I'll put a green screen up. Maybe I'll do a green screen. And then I'll just have random stuff going in the background to make it more interesting. That's an idea. Still got this red guy here. I'm not his biggest fan. I would unsubscribe from Pimples if I could. Guys. Whoa. Guys. Look at this. Jeepers creepers. Look at that. So what this is, I'm going to take a bash and say that it's advection fog, which is caused by moist air blowing over a cool surface, okay? And that just causes it to condense. The moisture in the air condenses. And it forms around microscopic nuclei, right? Which is anything that is tiny enough that you can't really see, but water droplets can form around it. So that's like your dust and your smoke particles. That's why when it rains on your car, if you have a car or wherever, and then the rain dries away, your car isn't clean. It's got like dust and dirt and whatever on it. That's because raindrops have to form around a nucleus. So they have to form around something, and that's what causes all the water to like form into a droplet and then fall out the sky. So this whole vibe here is just it all forming tiny little droplets, so that's why it's not raining, it's just mist and fog. And I did look up after yesterday's question from Sav.
The difference between mist and fog?
The only difference is the visibility. So it's basically just, if you can see far, then it's one. If you can't, then it's the other. I just wanted to show you guys this thing. It is a biltong cutter that I got from my dad because he never uses it. And I don't normally buy biltong in large sticks like this, but this is biltong from my brother. And then you can just slice up your own biltong. Let's give it a go one-handed. That was terrible, but it kind of worked. Like tiny little pieces of biltong. If you guys don't know what biltong is yet, where have you been? The sea mist fog is really, really pumping in now. Look at that. Can you guys see it pumping through there? I really hope you can. I'm off to JP with my freshly cut biltong. What's going on with your paw? Hey?
Biltong. Why are you holding?
This is JP, and that's Tallulah. What are we doing today, JP?
We are making a piece of furniture.
A piece of furniture for... That's your brand, eh?
Yeah, that's the one.
Convenient. There you go.
What is wrong? My fox is dying, dude.
The thing is literally a teddy bear with batteries in it. What's going on? Little guard dog, aren't you here? Okay, so this is the little workshop. It's a work in progress, JP says. All of that stuff is still going. We're gonna make a little side table. JP's got a proper drawing, I'll show you now. Okay, so that is the plan. And then how are we gonna secure all of this stuff here?
So it's a glue up, and then we put in little dowels.
Awesome, and that's it with the dimensions. So that's what we're making. Otherwise, we've got all the tools we need. Nice saw to chop off some fingers. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to make a little intro where it can be like D.I.Y with JP, and then do you have like a little power drill or something? We are officially starting the segment that is going to be called D.I.Y with JP. Okay, measuring and cutting. Measure twice, cut once, JP.
Yes. Or measure once.
And make it do. Okay, we've come to the cutting part. We're going to move outside for this because it's nice and messy. JP's saw jig straight cutter. We've put it right on the line. We've fastened it down onto the piece of wood that we're cutting with some clamps, and then we've got handheld circular saw because it's circular. Nice, nice cuts. Fresh cuts for this. Okay, so this is our template. On to the next one. That worked that time. Good job. Masking tape works.
Every second time.
Every second time it works, yeah. We've got two side pieces. Then we've got
Top piece.
the top piece.
Which side do you like better for top?
That one, it's got a little eye in it, yeah. And then it's got a little foot at the bottom here. A little lip to put magazines and stuff. From there to there, I can't see anymore, so I hope it looks... Plan now is to glue this all up.
And then we wait.
We play some FIFA, and then we'll come back, we'll drill into it, put some dowels in like that, and then in all the joints, and then glue that up again, and then that'll secure it, and it should be good. Yeah, JP will sand the rest of it tomorrow. I'm just here to help build the form, you know, build the shape. Fun fact about wood glue is that the bond between two pieces of wood bound with wood glue is greater than the bond between wood itself, if that makes any sense. Fun fact, eh?
That is a great fact.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the bond is stronger than the bond between two Power Rangers, but...
Okay, first clamp is on, glue's coming out.
That's perfect.
Then we're just measuring that the corners are actually corners, 90 degrees. And then we just gotta let this set because unfortunately we only have 3 of these. Because these are in high demand in Cape Town. JP says you can't get any more. I think the last time I actually used wood glue was in like primary school, when you used to put it on your hand and then let it dry and then peel off your whole palm. Do you remember doing that?
I do not remember doing that.
You never did that?
No.
Jeez, you missed out. You should do it now.
You're a weird kid.
You just, no, bro, you just put it all over your hand and you let it dry, and then it looks like you peel like a whole layer of skin off.
Was this before we were friends?
No, that was when we were friends. Backstory, JP and I used to go to all the schools together pretty much since grade 1. But I'll put in a photo of JP and I in the grade 1 play. Okay, JP showing me this trick with Tallulah is that when you scratch her, just in the right spot, you get the tongue going, and stop, and go again. We're now going to glue the second part on, which is this bit here. Really useful that we've got the instructions on the side of it as well. Now we just wait for it all to dry. Reminds me of a little elephant, like where that's the body and that's the trunk. Okay, we'll let the elephant dry on its own. The best part of DIY. Okay, sorting out the length of the dowels. So that looks good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got electrician Matt to the rescue. Yeah. After almost electrocuting himself.
That wasn't my fault. The
tripping the power, melting a plug.
That was the plug before.
So these guys just broke and fused together, and then
I plugged it in. And then check, there's even like a black mark on my hand from the smoke. Okay, we've done a pretty good job, we think.
The rule of thumb for Matthew, the plug thing, you should make sure the switch is off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did. There we go. Now what did we come in here to do? We're cutting some dowels. This is insane. So it's literally just an engine that turns a wheel that has a belt on it that is attached to another wheel.
That's not a car.
That's not a car. It's got a saw loop around it, this guy, and then that comes down through here. So this whole process is literally the saw doing a loop. I thought this was just an up and downer. Yes, the electricity went out, so we are gonna play some Munchkin Deluxe, because this is what we're playing tonight. But I've never played before. JP's an expert. He's gonna teach me some tricks. Just finished the first game that we played. The electricity's still out, so we're playing a second game by candlelight, but this game is awesome. It's so much fun. So unfortunately we didn't get to finish the little end table, bedside table type thing. Little magazine table. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to finish it with the electricity going out and the glue not drying fast enough. But what I'll do is, if JP finishes it, by the time I'm editing this vlog, I'll get him to send me some pictures. But you saw pretty much what it's going to look like when it's done. The worst conclusion to a DIY video ever. Yeah, you kind of know what it's going to look like.